I wanted to talk about fireworks. I wanted to not como se sparo yoko de fuoco. No, not how to shoot fireworks, but basically how to deal with dogs. They're a little afraid of fireworks, and that's a big deal on a 4th of July. A lot of dogs run away on the 4th of July due to the fireworks. Number one, put a collar with some tags on your dog. Obviously, before even that, you should have your dog microchip, because if the collar breaks off and the tags aren't on anymore, the microchip is your main backup plan. Is your main plan, actually. It's plan A, and then the collar with the tags is plan B. But put some tags on your dog. Even if you don't put a collar for the 4th of July, put a damn thing on. Okay. Second of all, I'm not a big fan of just letting your dog just roam around to go to the bathroom. You know, depending on the circumstances, you should be involved in every aspect of your dog's life. But I do understand people let their dogs out into the backyard. Fine. Here's the thing, guys. Your dog's, your yard's fenced in, all this kind of stuff, 6 foot, never got out before, blah, 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 blah. We're going to know how it's going to end. There's going to be the one time break through the gate. You forgot to lock it. Some dogs can jump high and you don't even realize it. Especially when they're afraid they're going to jump. They're going to get out of the gate, out of the fence, off the fence. Make sure you're out there supervising. Okay. At least this one day a year. One day a year, just supervise, just be out there, watch, make sure nothing happens. If you really want to be smart about it, put them on a leash, just be practical about it. Fear takes over, they take off. Never done it before. I hear that all the time. He's never done this before. She's never done that before. Bop, bop, bop. Great. All it takes is one time. You know what I'm saying? So once a year, un faro lagnoso. Don't be lazy. Be smart, common sense. 4th of July, just be out there supervising. Put a leash on. Make sure you have a collar that doesn't break off. If you're out on a walk, again, common sense. Use a slip lead. Use a choke chain. Do not use a harness. Do not use a regular collar. Use something that's going to give you some control. I know we all know, no, this is going to. Listen, I'm not saying if you don't want to use those tools permanently, that's fine. But you need something that's going to give you some kind of control. You know what I mean? Keep your walk short, especially at night, in the afternoon, evening time, because that's where most of the fireworks are going to be fired out off. I'm not a big fan of medication. I'm not going to get into that whole topic. If you guys want to discuss medication and get my opinion on it, let me know. Write some comments on there and tell me how you feel about it and how you want to discuss it, and if you want to discuss it. But I'm not a big fan of medication, so we'll leave that alone. But again, under these circumstances, if it's necessary, if you have no choice, if it's something that's needed, whatever, we're going to do what we got to do. One of the things you could do is you can take your dog to a place that's kind of like away from where they can hear the fireworks. You could use a crate, someplace where they feel safe, that they feel safe. You know, where your dog is comfortable. Obviously, depending on your home situations, it's going to be hard. But if you have a basement and it's less sound in the basement, you could always do that. So there's some options. When it comes to the process of dealing with the fireworks, here's the thing: the key, in my personal opinion, and there's gonna be a lot of variations to how to deal with this. But the first thing that I would tell you to do right off the bat is make sure your dog is tired. So the first and foremost on your list should be to drain the physical and the mental energy hardcore. If you don't want to take your dog out, if you normally don't, because if you don't take your dog out for walks or to exercise, this is the day to do it. Drain the energy. And I'm not just talking about like playtime. I mean, and for one time, maybe in this case, it could work. Daycare, doggy daycare kind of things, dog parks, which I'm not a big fan of, but whatever, tons of playing, whatever it is that you could drain energy for just that one specific day before the fireworks even begin. So cominciamo prima con il fuoco comincia, you make them tired before the fireworks even begin. Take your dog for a nice long ass walk. If you have access to a treadmill, use a treadmill. Swimming, a great thing. I'm not a big fan of doing extra excitement driven activities to drain the energy. It doesn't work. It'll work for the day, but it doesn't work overall. But in this particular case, like I said, because it works for the day, that's kind of like all we need. I mean, listen, I don't think you should do this to begin with. You should be regimented and do this kind of stuff all the time. Se vai essere così, fa che do che boh. But at least for one day, you do something to get that brain, get that body to be just so beat down that you're just going to pass out and they're not even going to notice the fireworks are around. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip taken from an upcoming episode of our podcast, Barking for Balance, which premieres every Thursday. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out. It's really cool. You could also listen to the podcast on all major platforms. Links are down below in the description. Make sure you also follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram. Links also down below for all content that we don't post on YouTube.